everybody, it's time for another J9’s Patio Chat check-in. I attempted to record outside. It is too windy, it's freezing, could rain at any minute. So we're inside. You can get a look at my beautiful stained glass window, which I love. I have one and my neighbor below has one. And I think I may have mentioned this before. The other units here have fireplaces. So I'm really happy that I have this stained glass window. And you can also see my wolf, and I got that wolf in Vancouver when I was with Anne. Was our whirlwind trip to Vancouver when we went to Yellowknife, and it was a part of our flight back. We had a day in Vancouver, literally a day, like less than 24 hours, and we made the most of it. That wolf is the inspiration for finally painting my place, which I still haven't done, but I keep vowing to do, and I have good friends who have offered to help me, so I really do hope when things kind of settle down that I'll be able to do that. And I know a lot of you are taking this opportunity to paint, and I think that's fantastic. It's just not something that I'm going to do on my own, obviously, because I haven't done it to this point. I moved in 2011, so you know what, we're all different people, and that's just not my thing. So I do appreciate that I have good friends that are willing to help me. So birthdays today, Michelle in New Brunswick. Michelle and I went to high school together. I saw some beautiful photos of you. I know you were working today. You looked fantastic. I hope you're having a good birthday. Lots of celebrating you as you should. I also saw that it was Cheryl McQuarrie's daughter Anne's 13th birthday. So happy birthday to you. Glenda and Patrick in Ottawa are celebrating their 10-year anniversary. I just happened to see anniversaries because I only had one birthday in my calendar today, so I just took a quick look through to see what other friends were celebrating. Glenda and I went to grad school together at York. So Glenda, I hope you and Patrick are having a nice day, as best you can. And yeah, so it was a very busy day. I stayed up again much too late last night, and I, I feel really tired. I'm going into the emergency center on Monday to do handover, but I have the weekend off. Tomorrow I'm actually picking up a grocery order for the first time. I've been doing my grocery shopping, going in to do it, not very often, trying to spread it out as much as possible. I've been going to Sobeys though, as opposed to Superstore, even though Superstore is my preference, because I could bring my cart in, and I just feel I can get more things, and then I don't feel like I have to go back as often. So then one of my friends had suggested seeing if I could pick up my stuff at Superstore even though I didn't have a car. And sure enough I can, so I'm gonna roll my cart down tomorrow and get all my groceries, roll it back up the hill. That'll be fun. But you know, I was very mindful of what I ordered and not sort of overloading myself. And another great thing is I also called in a prescription this week, had a consultation with my doctor for just a regular prescription that had expired. So that will also be put in with my order. So that's great. I don't have to go into the store at all. I'm really happy about that. So I know a lot of folks here in Nova Scotia are happy because there were some restrictions lifted today. I was surprised myself. I wasn't expecting that. Parks are open, trails are open. Yeah, there's a few other things. So, you know, that's great. I know that the Premier was talking about, you know, the grief in Nova Scotia and really thinking it was important for people to get air. But I hope people also heard the, you know, very gradual, very little, like not a big rushing out. And I will say I am a bit concerned that people may do that and we may have some overcrowding. But you know what? We're going to have to see what happens. This is what happens when you need to reintegrate, or why do I keep saying reintegrate? You know, get back to, you know, getting outside again and how we'll do that. So we'll have to see. So that is one of the things that happened in Nova Scotia. I was heavily focused on Nova Scotia today because of course they were also talking about the, not that this is just Nova Scotia, but the helicopter off the coast of Greece, which I spoke about last night, and the 5 others who they now presume have died and haven't recovered their bodies. And I really hope so much for those families that they're able to find peace and that they'll be able to find some closure. So again, I just send out a lot of love and condolences to anyone who may be impacted by that, and to those families, and of course to the family who lost Abigail. And another big thing, of course, that happened today in our country was the ban on assault rifles. And you know, well, it's very political, of course, and as you know, I work for the federal government, so I think most of you know my political leanings, but I don't speak about them publicly. However, I do, in terms of being me, Janine McNeil, having an opinion. I think it is a good thing not to have guns that kill people out there for people to have. Unless they're for a very specific purpose. So I know I have a few close friends who have lost very close family members due to gun violence. And so I think what the decisions that were made today are good. And again, that's just my personal opinion. And yeah, but it's difficult because of course we're hearing the other sides of that and how people feel. But I think from what I heard today, there's certainly been consideration for people who have obtained firearms legally, and it's certainly not about taking, you know, all firearms away from people. It's about taking weapons from people that they should never really have in the first place, that really have no place in their lives because they're meant for a very specific purpose. So I guess we'll continue to see what comes out of that. But I know I checked in with a few friends who I felt would have been impacted by that news to see how they were doing. And I forgot to mention yesterday, and it's Friday, and she's happy to get a shout out on Friday, my good friend Sarah, who is the mom of Phoebe, the beautiful cat who often, well not often, every Saturday does Catter Day, and she really does it up. She's a great little cat model, and she's very feisty. Sarah and I had a great conversation on Wednesday night. Really nice, really impromptu chat. She just gave me a call, and sometimes I find those are the best conversations, the ones that you're not expecting. We had a really great conversation, and one of the things we talked about that I did just want to quickly highlight, and I've spoken about it before, about, you know, how everyone's different, and we have to realize that everybody's not going to handle things in the same way. But I guess more explicitly, that sometimes when it seems that people are handling things extremely well, they might not be. And I think it's very important for us all to be looking out for our friends who may look like they're really thriving and doing really well, because that might be a coping mechanism for them. So, you know, just sort of a caution to check in on folks. I know I'm guilty of it myself. I've said it to friends many times, like, oh, you're doing amazing. Like, look at all the great things that are happening. And unfortunately later to find out that this is actually not for them necessarily doing well, but just a way of being able to get by. So I think it's, again, just to be cognizant of that and check in with people and see how they're doing and see what works for them. There was also something I saw on Jolette, my friend Jolette from high school's Facebook. I'm just calling it up on my phone here. It was a shout out to kids, and I really loved it. Everyone is applauding everyone but our children. These little heroes have stayed indoors more than they've ever known in their lives. Their whole worlds have literally been turned upside down. All these rules they've never known. A life they couldn't have imagined. All the things they love, like sports, being with friends, going to school, or just being kids, have all been taken away from them. Adults talking about others becoming unwell, news reporting death after death. Our poor children's minds must be racing. Every day they get up and carry on despite all that's going on. So here's to our little heroes, today, tomorrow, forever. I thought that was really sweet. I love kids. I don't have children of my own, but I have many kids in my life. And that really spoke to me. I can't imagine what it must be like to be a child and experiencing this, because even as an adult, I'm finding it strange and weird. But, you know, kids are, I find, sometimes so resilient. So kudos to all the kids out there who are, you know, making the most of it. It's not what you're used to. So I really liked that. So I wanted to send that shout out along. I can hear a dog in my building barking quite loudly. I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyway, it's Friday night. I'm going to try to take part in the curling club trivia tonight in Sydney, because CBU alumni is actually partnering with the trivia club, and I believe I'm forgetting who else is partnering as well, but part of the money will go to the Perseverance Fund, I believe, at CBU. So I'm going to try to participate in that, and but I think I may have an early night. I started watching the morning show on Apple TV with Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston, and it's just, I really like it. I like it a lot, so I'm really enjoying that. So I'll probably end up flying through that. Tomorrow, of course, is Saturday. It's my Bruce and Jay day, so I'll be definitely taking part in that. Don't have anything else planned for the weekend, so I hope to maybe find some folks that might be playing some games on Saturday, or I'll listen to some music. But tonight I might go to bed early, and that often happens. I stayed up, like I said, really late last night. So anyway, I think I'll let you guys go for now, and I will talk to you tomorrow. So take good care of yourselves, take good care of others, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.